Hey, what is up people, this is I'm back again with another video, and in this video I'm going to do the fifth part of my personal AI assistant. Okay, basically in this video I'm going to handle the date time and the weather part. Okay, so it is going to handle, I'm going to create a function that is going to handle the weather reports and date time calendar or something like that. So guys, let's dig in. Okay, first of all I'm going to create a function. Okay, the function is going to be, let's say, weather command. I'm going to pass the keyword command, and then let me pass this. Okay, for weather report I am using a third-party API. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is the website, and I am going to use their API. Okay, the name of the website is open weather map. Okay, the link is in the description, you can check it out. Just simply sign in and then get your API, and then let's code along with me. Okay, so here I am going to import the request module. If you didn't install, then just simply pip install requests. Okay, after that let me add a comment. Okay, let's say weather. Okay, here I'm going to add some variable. Okay, let's say API key. Okay, now here I'm going to copy and paste my API key. After that, this is the base URL. Okay, this is the base URL. After that, I need to add the city name. Okay, city name. My city is Dhaka, so in case of your city, just simply remove this and type your city name. Okay, after that I'm going to set a variable called complete URL, and this URL is going to have the base URL, after that the app ID, after that the API key. Okay, this is the API key, and then it is going to query some data. What is going to query? It is going to query according to the city name. Okay, that according to the city name, my city name is Dhaka, so this is the complete URL. Okay, after that I'm going to get the response. Okay, I'm going to get the response using this request module. Okay, so response equal request.get and the main complete URL. Okay, so the response is let me convert it to JSON. Okay, response.json. Okay, and then I'm going to filter some data. I'm going to filter some weather data from this JSON file, from this JSON data. Okay, so if x, okay, this is attribute or properties from open weather map, just simply go to their website and their documentation you can find, but now you can code along with me. Okay, if it is not an error or it is not 404, then okay, this 404 should be in string format. Okay, now data equal x. X means the JSON file. Okay, we have all the information in this JSON file. I'm going to access the main attribute. After that, I'm going to separate the current temperature. Okay, the current temperature will be, let's convert it to integer. I'm going to separate the current temperature from data. Okay, so data, I'm going to access the attribute. Okay, temp. Okay, the format, the temperature, the current temperature is formatted to Kelvin. Okay, if you want to separate it as Celsius, then just simply do some calculation. Okay, this is high school math. Just simply minus 273 and it will convert it to the Celsius. Okay, after that I'm going to separate the current pressure. Okay, current pressure, then the pressure is, let's say, I'm going to separate the pressure. This is basically the air pressure or something like that. And then I'm going to separate the humidity, current humidity. Okay, the current humidity is going to be, let's say, humidity. What I'm doing actually is I'm separating this data, I'm separating this pressure, humidity from this data, and this data is from the main data. Okay, so I just separated this main attribute from this x, and this x is the total JSON file, and the and this JSON file I got from this URL, and this URL is built by this API key, base URL, city name, and something like that. So and okay, now I just separated the pressure, temperature and humidity. Okay, after that I'm going to separate the weather description. Okay, the description, it is going to be something like haze, cloudy, or etc. So weather description. Okay, okay, before separating the weather description, I need to add a variable, weather value. Okay, this is the weather value. Okay, and then I'm going to separate the description. So I'm going to access the first value. After that I'm going to separate the description. Okay, that's how it's done. Okay, then I'm going to set the else part. Okay, if the code is not 404, then do this stuff, otherwise print network problem, network error. Okay, okay, now I'm going to handle these variables and data in my weather class. Sorry guys, my bad, in my weather function. Okay, here if temperature in command, okay, if temperature in command, then execute, I'm going to format this string. Okay, current temperature is, then I'm going to add a second bracket, current temp. Okay, degree Celsius. cs. I need to format it to string. Okay, that's how it's done. Now I'm going to copy and paste some code. In this code, okay, I am going to correct my indentation. Okay, now everything is okay. So let me explain it. If the temperature in command, then execute this function, and then if humidity in command, then execute current humidity is, then access the current humidity variable. After that, okay, this is a typing error, so I am just removing this 70. And then if the pressure in command, then current pressure is, then it is going to access the current pressure variable. After that, hectopascals. Okay, so in here I can see the weather description. Okay, if the weather in command, then this is okay. So else, let me execute. Can you repeat? Okay, now I'm going to call this function in our filter data.py file. Okay, so if t equal wiki, then this function is going to call. This function is going to call. Okay, and then if t equal, let's say weather, maybe, let me check in the description file. Okay, this is the weather. Okay, temperature, humidity, pressure, room, this is the weather tag, these are the patterns, and this is the response. Okay, now if t equal weather, then I'm going to call the weather function, and let me pass the command variable. Okay, but I didn't import it. Now I'm going to import this function. Okay, oh, sorry guys, my bad. Wiki, after that weather. Okay, now the weather part is done. Let me check if it is working or not. Okay, there is an error. Perhaps you missed a comma. Sorry guys, my bad. I didn't call this weather value. Okay, I need to call this. Okay, now it is okay. So let me rerun my program. What is the current temperature? Can you repeat? What is the current temperature? Okay, there may be an error. Okay, let me exit, let me stop this. And okay, there is a error, let me fix it. That I just did a mistake in the spelling of temperature, so it is going to be, let's say, okay. Now I'm going to rerun my file. What is the temperature? What is the pressure?
Current pressure is 1015 hectopascals.
What is the humidity?
Current humidity is 73%.
What is the weather today?
Haze.
Okay guys, we can see the weather part is done. Now I'm going to handle that time. Okay, so for handling the time and date, I'm going to import the date module. I'm going to import the datetime module. Okay, let me import from datetime, import date and datetime. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to copy and paste some variable. Okay, basically it is going to be today, date, year, month, current time, blah blah. Okay, I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Okay, let me explain. Okay, this is today date. I'm going to I just access the date. I just access the date module, and then the today function or today method. After that I just formatted the date. Okay, if you don't know what is this, just simply search in Google about datetime module. Okay, you will find out what it is. Okay, now I'm going to after that I just set a variable called year, then date dot today, and then I just separated the year value. Okay, and then month, this is the same case. I just used this b attribute, I just used this b string for separate or query the month name. Okay, and then I just separate the current time using the datetime module. So the I just separated these. I just separated current time with in this format. Okay, and then I just separated the day, datetime.now strip time, the then %a. Okay, now I'm going to access these in my time function. Okay, I'm going to create another function called time. Then I'm going to pass command argument. Okay, here command equal command dot lower. After that, if time in command, then execute current time. Okay, after that I'm going to copy and paste some code. Okay, then I'm going to explain it. Okay, if date in command, then I just execute this today date variable that I explained earlier. Then simply if year in command, then it is going to execute the year variable. After that month and the day. That's how it's done. And else pass. Okay, now I'm going to rerun my main.py file. and let's check. Sorry guys, my bad, I didn't call this time function in my filter data.py file. Okay, sorry guys, let me add elif. Okay, elif t equal time, maybe. Let me check the tag name. Okay, here I got it, time. Okay, t equal time, then I'm going to call the time function, and then I'm going to pass the command. Okay, if you want to load all the stuff, just simply press the asterisk. Okay, this is so easy, but I am going to separate it by step. I'm going to separate it command by command. Okay, so I'm going to separate the time. This is less power consuming and RAM consuming, so I just did it, and then I'm going to run my main.py file. Okay, what is the time now? What is the day today?
07 December 20.
What is the year today?
2020.
What is the month today?
December.
Okay guys, we can see this is so working. So that's for today's video. Keep watching, and in my next video I'm going to handle more stuffs. So guys, keep watching. Goodbye.